Today we got these new insane super packs, man. The winter festival card set, whatever you want to call them. They've got insane odds with guaranteed pink diamonds, really decent odds to get an amethyst as well. I didn't mean to click all that, man. Not an amethyst, opal 97 rated player, 2.1%, man. So we do need to go over the new Snipe filters, so let's get right to it. The first filter we're going to go over is the MyTeam Winter Festival cheapest filter. For this, you just want to put your theme to MyTeam Winter Festival, not this one, MyTeam Festival. Those are different cards. MyTeam Winter Festival, and you're going to scroll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest diamond on your console, which should be Bobby Simmons, man. You're going to go ahead and refresh here on a scroll, definitely, because obviously you can snipe opals and pink diamonds on this filter, as well as more expensive diamonds. There are a couple of them, man, but you're going to scroll on the cheapest Bobby Simmons, grab him if he pops up for about 3,000 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one. I'm looking to grab him for like 7k and below when the cheapest cards pop up. And then if you see a pink diamond or an opal, man, obviously buy it as quick as possible. Some of these cards you can buy for a little bit more expensive, like Tobias Harris, Bogdan. They're selling for 12, so you can grab them for like 8k and below. Just monitor the price on your console, but really you're hoping to go ahead and get an insane pink diamond pop up or an opal. You can see any MyTeam Winter Festival player in the game on this filter, so hopefully you guys get lucky, and let me know in the comments if you do. The next filter we're going to go over is the MyTeam Winter Festival high-end filter, which is kind of like the last one, except for you're looking for all the expensive cards. For this, you want to put your theme to MyTeam Winter Festival, just like we did, and you're going to raise your minimum buyout up. If you're on Xbox, this is a perfect scroll right now, 69,550 minimum buyout. Basically, your goal is to either raise your minimum bid or your minimum buyout, so that way you're on a working scroll. Like this, Kemba Walker just popped up. He's not a snipe, but he could have been. It could have been an opal, could have been anything. On this filter, you just want to scroll through the cards, man, and see if anything pops up that is a snipe, which means any of these opals that can pop up, any of the expensive pink diamonds like Adam Morrison, whoever it may be. We're gonna pass on this Charles Oakley for 90k. He might have been a snipe, man. I don't know what it is. I haven't looked at pricing on this. Only ones I know are the Adam Morrison. Right now do have bids on them, so we'll have to monitor the pricing on that because the cards haven't started ending yet. We're gonna pass, but if you see an opal, or like I said, monitor the price of which pink diamonds are more expensive, you'll be able to see them and snipe them on this filter. So hopefully it should be pretty darn active today with super packs with crazy odds out. The next filter we're gonna go over is the pink diamond cheapest filter, man. For this, you just want to put your color to pink diamond. You're gonna raise your maximum buyout up till you find the cheapest pink diamonds on your console, which could be any one of like 6 cards. Are all similar pricing, man. You want to know your prices on this filter if you can. You definitely want to scroll with the cheapest one card up, just like this, man, and just keep refreshing. If you see any of the expensive pink diamonds pop up, like any of the winter MyTeam Festival pink diamonds that just dropped today, not this one, not the ones that dropped last week like Calvin Nat, a lot of those are already in the toilet, but right now all of the pink diamonds that dropped today are on the higher end and are profit at 30,000. Obviously, as always with every filter I drop, monitor the pricing of the cards because they're constantly changing. But as of this moment, when I'm recording this at 2 p.m. Eastern time, they're all snipes. It might change when this video actually comes out or when you're viewing it, so be careful of that. Just know your market. If you see a card, a pink diamond that sells for over 50,000 pop up on your pink diamond cheapest scroll, buy it and resell it for profit. If you're not certain, or any of these cheaper cards like Calvin Nat, Brad Miller pop up, you want to grab them for 25,000 MT and below and then resell them for profit. Depending on your console, you really just want to grab them for about 6,000 to 7,000 cheaper than the cheapest card you're scrolling on, whatever that price might be, to guarantee that you do make profit after tax. Really good filter, man. You should spend some time on it, especially with super packs are out. Pink diamond cheapest, diamond cheapest, those are some of the best filters to be on. Speaking of the next filter we're gonna go over is the diamond cheapest filter. For this, you just want to put your color to diamond. You're gonna scroll your maximum buyout up till you find the cheapest diamonds on your console, which are selling for about 9,500. This low key could be a snipe. I'm pretty sure I just sold that card for 15k yesterday, but I'm gonna let it ride. But that is an example of what you're looking for. Is you're gonna be scrolling on these cheaper diamonds, and then you get some that pop up that are more expensive for the same price, which is why you scroll, because I'm pretty sure that card's 15k. I'm not in the need for it right now, if I could even speak, man. But type of thing you're looking for, scroll in here. If it's a card you're not certain the price, or if it's one of these cheaper players that only sell for 10, 11,000, you want to grab them for about 4,000, 3,000, 3,500 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one. So really I'm looking to grab any diamond that pops up for about 6,000 MT or below. And if it's a more expensive diamond like JJJ, Paulo, whoever it could be, man, obviously you need to know your market on this as well. Grab them and resell them for profit. Yo, I just sold so hard and it's still there. I got it. That's so bailed. Did y'all just see that, bro? That's crazy. That's a 500 MT snipe and it was up for over a minute. How is nobody? This game is all of a sudden dead on Xbox, bro. The next filter we're going over, man, I thought we had a card up for 4,450, so when it first popped I just assumed that was this. But anyways, that's crazy. Next filter, put your theme to countdown, raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest countdown card on your console, which on Xbox is selling for about 4,500 MT because there is an exchange. I believe it's still in the game. Regardless, these cards are still very expensive, and you've got emeralds and sapphires on here, man. Really good filter. I had to include it again. I did drop it in my last filter video when the countdown set came out, but it's still a phenomenal filter and people are making tons and tons of MT on this filter. So I would suggest you scroll, because obviously you can snipe opals and pink diamonds and diamonds on this filter as well. So if you scroll or put your maximum about 50 MT cheaper than the cheapest card, so that way you don't have to scroll through 4, that is what I would suggest. Grab these cheaper emeralds and sapphires and golds for about 3,000 MT and below, resell them for profit. And then, like I said, if a diamond, pink diamond or opal pops up, buy it as quick as possible and list it for however much it's going for. The next filter we're going to go over is the Amethyst Gems of the Game, cheapest filter. For this, you just want to put your color to Amethyst, you're going to put your theme to Gems of the Game, and you're going to scroll your maximum buyout up till you find the cheapest Gems of the Game card on your console, which on Xbox they sell for about 20,000, man. I know this one's 18, it'll sell at some point. That one will probably sell. I've been selling all mine for 19,950. So you want to go ahead, and doesn't matter if you scroll on this filter, that's literally been their price for like a month and a half now. So you want to bring your maximum buyout down to about 14,000, guys. You got to give yourself a lot of room on this filter for profit, because they are a little bit slow to sell. So you want to bring your maximum buyout down to 14,000. Just keep refreshing and snipe anything that pops up. There probably is a couple more Amethyst Gems of the Games that are a little bit more expensive, but in my experience, at least on Xbox, they're too hard to sell for any price other than 20,000 or whatever the cheapest is. So if you're on PlayStation, you can try and do a scroll. If you know this market well and you think they're going to be able to sell, do that. It's definitely a little bit of a better filter on PlayStation, but usually on super pack days, this is a good filter to be working, and you'll get a lot of these snipes every so often for 3,000 MT or 2,000 MT, and it's worth 20k, and it's a big come up, man. So spend some time on this filter. The next filter we're going to go over, a lot of people have been using lately on PlayStation, which has made it much better, and Xbox it's always pretty good. It's the max bid 500 filter, man. I've gone over this several times in past videos, so if you are a little bit confused and need a bit more detail, go ahead and watch one of those videos. Try and find one. I don't know, man. I'm gonna try and go over it as quickly and as efficiently as I can, because it's a bit of a confusing filter. For this, you want to put your maximum bid to 500, and you're gonna raise your minimum buyout up as high as you need to be on a working scroll, which right now on Xbox this is a pretty good price point, 84,000, somewhere around here. So that way you have a scroll, you can see the entire filter. Any card in the game can pop up on this filter. Just know your pricing, guys. That's the most crucial thing on this filter, because like this Danny Granger here for 88k, you might think he sells for 120 or something and buy him, and then you go and look him up and there's 18 of them listed for 50k buyout. So you just have to know, you will see any card in the game as long as it starts with a 500 current bid. Another thing on this filter that you can do, which is great, and why I know PlayStation had this filter running at 500 the past couple days, which is amazing. It makes it one of the best filters in the game, is you can outbid these cards. So you have your maximum bid at 500. If you want to go ahead and throw a 550 bid on Klay Thompson, once somebody outbids you, the card will disappear off your scroll. If you have a second console or a friend, you can have them go bid 650 on the card, and then both of you guys will not have the card on your max bid 500 scroll. Right now on a super pack day, this is a little bit worse. Typically you can run this filter on Xbox without having to bid on any cards at like a 25-30,000 minimum buyout, which you want to get this as low as possible. So the more cards you bid on and get them off your scroll, the lower scroll you have, and the filter can be worked much better, man. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. I know it's a bit of a confusing filter. Really good if you're on PlayStation and they have it currently down to 500, which means you can just literally see every snipe that pops up as long as it has a starting bid of 500, which means you're gonna get tons and tons of snipes, and you can see opals and dark matters, and you don't have to enable a single card. So really good filter. Check it out on your console, man. Maybe somebody, you guys on Xbox, can, you know, get it working down really cheap. But it's a great filter to look at, especially with how expensive the enable filters are now. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments on that. The next filter we're gonna go over is the 500 filter, or the cheapest all filter. I don't put this in my videos a lot because I don't have a lot of luck on it, but a lot of people do, and especially on super pack days, it's a really good filter to be working. No color, no theme, no nothing. Just scroll down to your maximum buyout, and you're gonna, you know, you can check and find out what the cheapest cards are selling for, which right now it looks like they're selling for 550, 600. If you wait the full 4 hours, they will eventually sell. So you want to put your maximum buyout at 500 and just keep refreshing. Any card in the game can pop up on this filter. Opals, dark matters. Been much better of a filter on PlayStation because you guys are getting all the crazy opals and dark matters popping up for 500 MT, which is absolutely crazy. But you work this filter, you're really looking for the more expensive snipes, the diamonds to pop up for 500, the pink diamonds to pop up for 500. But the other snipes, you really just want to grab absolutely anything that pops up, just so you don't have to be locked in and say, oh, is it a snipe, is it not a snipe? Just grab it, resell it for 550, and you'll basically lose 5 MT every time if that's all the card goes for. So it's not worth being worried about, oh, is it a snipe, is it not a snipe? And then when you get the pink diamonds and such to pop up for 500, you're going to be stacking a lot of MT. The next filter we're going to go over is the Galaxy Opal filter, man. For this, you just want to put your color to Galaxy Opal. You're going to put your minimum buyout to 500, and you're just going to keep refreshing, man. As of right now, last I checked, I know we got these crazy super packs right now, but every Opal in the game should still be a snipe. Some of them are getting a little bit on the lower end. I haven't really checked pricing of the cards that dropped today, but they are all a snipe as far as I'm aware. So just monitor the pricing, I suppose, a little bit. Make sure nobody's dropping anywhere near 100k. I think about the lowest you're going to see an opal for is still around 200,000, but perhaps on other consoles, I don't know. So just monitor, but right now, go ahead and just keep refreshing, man. If anything pops up, buy it as quick as possible and then list it for 100k starting bid, and you'll make a lot of profit, especially depending on who you snipe. There's obviously a lot more expensive opals, and it should be a really good filter. We're getting well over 20 opals in the game, I feel like, at this point. So they've got to start popping up more and more frequently. And again, this is another filter for high-end cards where you don't need to enable anything. So spend some time on here. Let me know, obviously, if you get any snipes on it, man. I always love to hear that. And the last filter we're going to go over is the dark matter filter. Again, there's still only one snipeable dark matter in the game, which is Michael Jordan. He is still selling for an absolute ton of MT, and with super packs, obviously he's being pulled more than usual. For this filter, put your color to dark matter, put your minimum buyout to 500, and just keep refreshing. If anything pops up, obviously buy it as quick as possible, and you're making million MT right off the bat, easy as that. However, I do not suggest you work this filter. If your goal is to make MT, there's going to be better filters to work, as this dark matter MJ is going to be very rare to pop up. We need to start getting more dark matters in the game before I suggest really putting any long amount of hours trying to snipe a dark matter. Unless your goal is just to get an absolutely insane hype snipe, then this is the filter to work, man. That's it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, man. If you did, smash that like button for me. I would appreciate it. If you guys want to see the crazy snipes you guys got this week in our snipes of the week video, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.